Hello and happy Halloween, Disney fans. I love this holiday, and hopefully, technology willing, this review will be out on time. I decided to just review a short Halloween film this year. I've had a lot going on in my life. I'm not going to go into details, but bottom line, a short film is pretty much all I had time for right now, but it's a really great short film that's done in a way that gives it a real old Hollywood horror feel, even though it's from 1984. I'm talking about Frankenweenie. I know they redid this later. I've never seen the animated remake. I don't know if I want to because I enjoy the first one so much. And when you've got the original right, don't ruin it. I don't know. Maybe I'll love it eventually when I see the remake. But for now, like I said, I want to talk about the 1984 short film Frankenweenie. Now, actually, this was an early work of Tim Burton. It's amazing to think that Tim Burton worked for Disney because when you think of his style, it doesn't really seem like a Disney type show. But anyway, this was an early project of his. And it's done, like I said, like a Frankenstein movie, like your old time Hollywood movies. And it starts out with Victor Frankenstein, a young boy named Victor Frankenstein, not a mad scientist Victor Frankenstein. Let's make that clear from the start before I show the first clip. But he's playing with his dog Sparky. And it's not hard to guess what's going to happen when Victor throws the ball in the direction of the road. Warning, if you've ever lost a pet this way, this clip could be hard to watch.
Come here, Sparky. Come here. Come on, Sparky. There you go. Come on. Go get it.
The things I wanted to say, I'm so sorry for the terrible video quality. I know it isn't what it should be, but every time I tried to record a clip on my phone, all I got for some weird reason was a still image with the sound. And I wanted everyone to actually be able to see the video. So I'm sorry, but the only way I could record that was to hold the laptop directly in front of my TV screen. Not the steadiest results, not the best angle, but as good as I could do because I told myself one way or another this video is getting finished. I've had it with being cursed by technology. Sorry, there's my little rant on that. In other notes, I was surprised that the title of this movie is Frankenweenie because that implies a wiener dog, a dachshund. But the main dog is a bull terrier, which I actually really love that choice of breed. They are a very misunderstood breed. So many breeds are your pit bulls, your Rottweilers, your Dobermans, and there is no such thing as a vicious dog breed. It's all in how they're trained. Any dog could be raised to be vicious, any dog could be raised to be an awesome family pet. So I really do love that choice of using that breed and showing them in a positive light because Sparky's such a sweet little dog. I couldn't find any information on the dog that plays Sparky. I do have to smile at the name though because what else are you going to call a dog that's going to be brought back to life by electricity other than Sparky? So, to continue on, of course, Victor grieves deeply for his dog, the way anyone would who's lost a beloved pet. Well, he's not going to just take this loss once he gets an idea from his science teacher using electricity to make make a X frog, as he puts it, move again. Given the title, I think we all knew that Victor was going to do this eventually and try to bring Sparky back to life. The only fault I have with this is we don't really see a lot of Victor being involved in science before um, a lot of setup to establish that he could actually do this. He's just a kid who saw his teacher run some electricity through a dead frog and get a little bit of a jolt out of it. I suppose if you're a kid, that can seem a lot like, well, I'm going to bring, this animal back to life, this frog, or in Victor's case, bringing Sparky back to life. But we don't really see a lot that shows that he would be able to do this. He's just desperate to try, which I suppose works. And this is only a 24-minute rather short. So I can let it slide, but I'd really like to have seen that fleshed out more. For a few moments, Victor isn't sure himself that this would actually work. But we get a heartwarming moment where Sparky's tail starts to wag again and he comes to, and we can tell he actually is still Sparky, even though he looks a little bit different now, of course. Victor figures it's a good idea to keep Sparky secret, and he does a decent job of that. But of course, Sparky's gonna get bored. He's gonna want to see what's going on outside. He needs a life, now that he's been brought back from the dead. Well, he gets loose, and he's basically got a lot of extra stitches now. Some parts of his body look like different patchwork, a different fur was sewn onto him. I'm guessing Victor was trying to undo the effects of the car accident. So he looks a little weird, but certainly not enough to bring on the fearful hysterics that everybody in town resorts to once they see him. There's one brief moment where this other lady's dachshund barks at him, and she doesn't even see Sparky yet, but another neighbor happens to see Sparky and gets freaked out by him, and of course, all of a sudden everybody is freaked out. Again, no, Sparky did not try to kill your Raymond. Well, of course, like I said, everyone in town freaks out, and this leads to Victor's parents finding out about Sparky. Naturally, they're freaked out, but Victor points out something that gets them to actually reconsider things. He points out that they haven't even petted Sparky yet. And once they finally do, they could see that he really is still Sparky.
See, he still loves you.
I forgot to point out that Shelley Duvall plays Victor's mom. Given the Halloween timing, I think it's perfect because she also, of course, played in The Shining. Well, the family decides that the best thing to do is to get a lot of the townspeople together and show him Sparky and say, look, he really is the same loving dog he always has been. Nothing's changed except the way he looks. And this actually is a neat tie in with the original Frankenstein book. If you've seen, a lot of the Frankenstein movies, they show Frankenstein as this dumb monster walking real stiff with his arms out, and, he doesn't have any intelligence at all. He's just a mindless killing machine. If you read the original Frankenstein book, yes, he appeared scary at first, but he didn't become a monster until everybody kept rejecting him and being afraid of him. So this actually ties in neatly with the book. Just a fun fact. So it's a interesting way to do it, but again, the way they have everybody freak out over what's obviously just a little dog goes beyond ridiculous. I don't know if they were trying to go for a laugh. To me, it's a bit over the top, to say the least. Sparky gets scared and runs off to an abandoned mini golf course. And he ends up going inside a windmill. Of course, a tie into the original Frankenstein movie where Frankenstein's creature gets trapped in the windmill and he gets burned down. Well, here, of course, the whole town shows up with pitchforks and torches, and one guy gets the bright idea to burn the windmill down, even though by now Victor has gone inside the windmill with Sparky. So this guy's going to kill an innocent dog that's never hurt anybody and kill a kid. Talk about your mob mentality. He actually saves Victor from the fire. It's a heartwarming scene, but I have my doubts a dog that size could haul out a boy Victor's size, could actually drag him out of a burning building. Although, stranger things have happened involving animals. I mean, there are loads of stories of heroic deeds they've done, so I'm gonna let this one slide. And tragically, Sparky ends up caught in the fire, and the burning windmill actually falls down on him, apparently killing him again.
Victor, you okay?
Now that Sparky has died again, this time saving Victor, the town realizes that they've all been idiots, and they decide we've got to save this dog. So, they do the only thing they can to replicate Victor's experiment, and they hook Sparky up to their cars, basically the same way you would hook one car to another to give it a jump start. And of course, this being Disney, it works. Of course, Disney's not going to leave Sparky stay dead. And the ending gets even happier when Sparky ends up with a girlfriend. And I love the detail that this poodle has streaks in her fur, just like the Bride of Frankenstein did in the old movie. That's a nice touch, I think.
It's love at first sight.
So there you have Frankenweenie. It's not an ideal movie. It's cheesy, it's silly the way that they overreact to seeing Sparky after he's brought back. But it does have that old time horror movie feel to it, even though it's made lighthearted. It's something family friendly that you can enjoy for Halloween. It's not scary. Of course, it's sad when Sparky's originally hit. It has its sad moments, but of course, it doesn't stay sad because Sparky's brought back. It's all around, it's a good choice for a Halloween viewing, especially if you just want something that's a quick watch. Nice, short, sweet Halloween special. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on it. Maybe by next Halloween I'll have watched the remake. I hope you all had a safe and happy Halloween. Sorry I didn't actually get this out on Halloween Day, but like I said, technology hates me. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, remember the magic.